With Halo Spartan Assault finally coming to Xbox after being on Windows devices for nearly 6 months, it was receiving the hype from Halo's home fanbase, the Xbox fanbase. With Halo Spartan Assault, it is a spin-off from the core Halo games, and rather than being a first-person shooter, it is a twin-stick shooter. And while the original Spartan Assault for Windows devices was $5, the Xbox One version is $15. The good news is that there is added features to make up for the hefty price that they are asking for. The unfortunate part is it's still not worth it. As with all Halo games, the art style is yet again beautiful and individual, and while yes, 343 Industries did add multiplayer and the Flood return to Spartan Assault, it just isn't enough. With only 5 multiplayer missions, you and your friend can breeze through this game in no time. Well, maybe breeze isn't the right word, because it is actually incredibly challenging at times, but it's still a little on the short side. Multiplayer is actually very satisfying, and trying to get a gold medal for each mission you go on by scoring points with your partner can be a real challenge. Unfortunately, there is a questionable way of distributing weapons and armor abilities before each game starts. You have 2 options: use in-game credits, which you earn while playing the game to buy weapons, or use real-life currency, neither of which is attractive in the slightest. It would have been preferred if I could unlock these through leveling up or something, anything different. This just seems like a poor decision for the gamers. While this is acceptable on mobile devices, this is not acceptable on home consoles. The single player uses the same tactics, but while you only fight the Flood in multiplayer, you fight the Covenant in single player. A lot of enemies make their return, including brutes and drones. Even old weapons like spike grenades, napalm grenades, and a brute shot makes a return with new weapons and vehicles. Oh, and did I mention you can use dual wielding weapons? Unfortunately, you can't choose which weapons to dual wield, but this is looking good for Halo 5. When it comes to single player, it offers a good amount of variety between enemies and locations. The unfortunate part is the difficulty is a little on the easy side, unlike the multiplayer counterpart. There is a few missions that will offer a challenge, but this is rare. The story, on the other hand, helps nothing at all. The whole story is based off of a simulator of battles that took place a long time ago, not an interesting event or characters in the slightest. The only possible way I can see you enjoying the story is if you really are into Halo's lore. With all that said, Halo's first game on Xbox One is uneventful, with some fun for short bursts. It does fit controllers much better than phones, but the hefty $15 price they ask for is just too much for what they are offering. I'd say if you want to have some fun with your friend, maybe pick it up and try it, but I'd recommend on waiting for a full Halo installment.